I'm Jamie Hudson with RedCarpet Talk. We're here at another country performance. We've got an up-and-coming star for you. JT Hodges is going to perform tonight, and right after he's done performing, I'm going to catch up with him and see how the tour is going with Toby Keith.
I asked what she was doing. She said, "Sugar, I'm taking time." Then I handed her my wallet and said, "Baby, so mine."
It's now time for Toby Keith to take the stage.
Man, oh my baby, look good in them blue jeans. Tied on a tie with a belly button ring and a little tattoo somewhere in between. She only shows me.
JT Hodges. He is on the Toby Keith tour right now, so let's go chat with him and see how it's going. All right, so I read that your parents were in a band together, and I imagine that would have a big influence on you. So did you always know this is kind of what you wanted to do?
You know, it's interesting. I was always around it, so they never forced music upon me. But yeah, I always came back to it. You know, my parents started the first multi-track recording studio in Fort Worth, Texas. It was called Buffalo Sound Studios, and they always it was in Fort Worth, Texas, and they always encouraged me to, you know, do all the other things. You know, play football, play soccer, go to school, all those things. But it always came back to music. And just being around it so much, it was just kind of a no-brainer. But it wasn't like, oh, I know I want to do this when I'm 5 or 6. It just ended up being the thing that made the most sense.
Now you did the LA coffee house circuit, and then you moved to Nashville. What was it like for you just starting out in this industry?
What was it like? It's a journey. It always is. You know, you start out from day one, learning how to play, learning how to sing, learning how to write. Something my pops always said, you know, if you're going to do this, plan on millions and millions of hours honing in on your skills, and then another million hours just trying to find what it is you do best, what works for you. And I'm at a point now where I know what feels right to me, but there's still a long way to go. I'm looking forward to making a lot of music in the future.
And your first single, Hunt You Down, let me tell you, I love that song because it's very catchy. I mean, you're just kind of, you can't help but bob your head. So tell me the story behind that song.
Well, Hunt You Down, when I was a kid, my brother, my dad, my mom, we'd all drive to Memphis. We got some family in Memphis, and I never got, as many times as we went, I never got an opportunity to go to Graceland. Well, about 11 months ago, I finally got an opportunity. It was a private tour, and I spent probably 6 hours there, just in awe of how that all went down with Elvis and you know, just the whole story. Spent probably a few too many hours later on that night on Bill Street, listening to blues and having a beer or two. Well, I had a writing session back in Nashville, which is about 3.5 hours away, the next morning around 10 a.m. And when I walked in, I was a little under the weather, and they had asked what went down, and I told them the story about, you know, Graceland and hanging out on Bill Street, soaking all of it in. And one of the writers, Rivers Rutherford, who's a big writer in Nashville, said, "Well, I was born and raised in Memphis." And I said, "Wow, well that's somebody talking to us. We need to write something. Let's write a song about a night in Memphis." And 45 minutes later, that just kind of spewed out, and now it's the first single. So that's kind of the story behind that.
And
The inspiration, I should say.
And definitely an awesome song. So now you're on tour with Toby Keith. What's it like working and touring with the Toby Keith?
For lack of a better phrase, you know, it's kind of a dream come true in a lot of respects. The interesting thing about being on tour with Toby Keith and Eric Church is I think Toby's always paved his own road in his career, and Eric Church is doing that. And that's something that I'm gonna do, that I want to do. My music's a little left of center. It's what I do, and we're all very much alike in that regard, even though we're very different in our musical styles. And I think that's the coolest part of being on this tour, and obviously getting an opportunity to play in front of thousands and thousands of people and put on a show and perform and get the opportunity to get your music out to them. Yeah, it's any artist would want it.
Well, I have no doubt that you are going to go a long way in this industry. And thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and thank the Red Carpet and all that stuff. And yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
I bet I know what it is.
I know. I bet you get a lot of that now.
You studied up on
Don't
me.
you?
No, you can't get me enough.
Okay, good.
No, I'll devour it.
Okay,
Don't
good,
you
I'm
worry.
glad.
This will be gone by the end of the night.
Good.
This will be gone by the end of the night. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm Jamie Hudson with Red Carpet Talk. What rockin' performances tonight on the Locked and Loaded tour. I had such a great time meeting the up-and-coming country singer JT Hodges, and I have no doubt he's gonna be successful in the country music industry. I hope you all had fun right here on Red Carpet Talk.
Hey, I'm JT Hodges, and this is Red Carpet Talk.